Hello everyone. Today we are going to determine the pKa of a weak acid by pH metric method. Here for the reagent we'll need 0.5 normal acetic acid and 0.5 normal NaOH. Now let us understand the theory for the determination of pKa of weak acid by pH metric method. Now what is pH? pH is nothing but the minus log of concentration of H plus ion, and pKa is minus log of Ka, where Ka is the dissociation constant for the acid. Here we have taken acetic acid as weak acid, which dissociates as acetate plus H plus ion, CH3COO minus plus H plus ion. Now Ka can be denoted as concentration of H plus into concentration of acetate divided by concentration of acid. By taking negative logarithm of this equation, we will be getting minus log of H plus minus equal to minus log Ka plus log of acetate divided by acid. So, in presence of highly ionized salt, this concentration of acetate ion can be replaced as concentration of salt, and this will be concentration of acid. Now here you can see that minus log of H plus can be denoted as pH and minus log K can be denoted as pKa. So by this pH is equal to pK plus log of concentration of salt divided by concentration of acid. This equation is actually known as Henderson's equation. Now for the weak acid it will be pH is equal to pK plus log of concentration of acetate divided by concentration of acetic acid. Now let us understand what will happen when the titration will be started. Now on addition of strong base, that is NaOH we have used here, to a weak acid, the concentration of H plus ion will decrease, and by that the pH value will increase. So in the beginning pH will increase slowly, but at the equivalence point a sudden jump of the pH values we will observe, and after the equivalence point we will observe a rapid increase of pH value due to the increase in the OH minus ion concentration. So by plotting the curve of the pH values against the volume of NaOH added, we will be able to understand the equivalence point of this titration, or we will be getting accurate equivalence point by plotting this delta pH by delta V values against the volume of NaOH added. By plotting the curve we will be able to determine this pKa value. How it is possible? Because at the half equivalence point, if we are able to understand what is the equivalence point, what is the pH of the equivalence point, then at the half equivalence point, that is when the concentration of salt and acid will be equal, then this will be log 1 and logarithm 1 part will be 0. So we can say that at the half equivalence point the pH value will be equal to the pKa. So this is how we can determine the pKa of a weak acid. Now we'll conduct the titration in this. We will conduct the experiment in this pH meter. Here there is a digital display, there is a temperature knob, here is the calibration knob, and here is the mode of the instrument. We can also measure the potential value in the same instrument, and also can record the pH values in the instrument. Here is the another knob which is called standby or read. Whenever we will require to record the reading, then we have to press the read button. Now when this button will be pressed, the values will be shown as potential, and when it is not pressed, the values will be shown as page values. So here I have not pressed it, and this value is page value. So for the calibration, we have to record the temperature, and we have recorded the temperature, and we have set the temperature according to this knob. And now we will calibrate the instrument. For the calibration, we need to insert the electrode. Now see here, this is the glass electrode. We will use this electrode for this page metric titration. So here is the glass electrode, is the ion selective electrode. Here is a bulb here, and this bulb is filled with 0.1 normal HCl, and this is made up of silver chloride. The initial part was made up of silver chloride, and this is a sensitive, this is the electrode sensitive to H plus ion. So whenever we will dip this electrode in a solution containing H plus ion, then it actually shows the value of pH of that solution. So right, for the calibration, we will immerse the electrode in a standard pH solution, which is around 4. So we will immerse the electrode in the solution. Now you can see the pH value is 4.21 or nearly 4.2. So we will calibrate to near 4. So see here, we have calibrated it near 4, and now we will start the experiment. Now for the experiment, we have taken 50 ml of 0.5 normal acetic acid here. I already have pipetted out this acid in this beaker and have immersed the electrode here. Here you can see the reading becomes 3.09. So initially we have to take the reading and we have to record it. So see here, in the first reading it becomes 3.09. So we'll gradually add now sodium hydroxide, which I have taken in the burette. I have taken 0.5 normal sodium hydroxide in the burette, and will add the 0.5 ml of sodium hydroxide each time. Now we'll add 0.5 ml of NaOH. After addition of 0.5 ml of NaOH, we have to start the solution. Please be careful whenever you are starting the solution. The electrode is very sensitive, it should not touch the beaker. So after addition of 0.5 ml of NaOH, we can see that the pH value becomes 3.73 that we have to record. Next, we'll again add 0.5 ml. We'll again add 0.5 ml of NaOH and have to record the pH value. Before recording, I have to start the solution. And then we'll record the pH value. See here, the pH value becomes 4.01. Next, we'll again add 0.5 ml of NaOH. And we'll start the solution. and record the pH as 4.24. See here, the pH is increasing. It is increasing because of the decrease in H plus ion concentration. So again we'll add 0.5 ml of NaOH and we'll start the solution again. While starting, we have to be very careful. So next reading is 4.48. We'll again add 0.5 ml of NaOH and start the solution. Now the pH value becomes 4.65. This is how we have to gradually add the NaOH, 0.5 ml each time. We'll again add 0.5 ml of NaOH and we'll record the pH value. It becomes the pH value is 5.14. This is the pH value now. 5.14 is the pH value. We'll again add 0.5 ml of NaOH. We'll start the solution and parallelly we have to record the pH value. Now it becomes 5.3. We'll record it. Again we'll add 0.5 ml. We'll start the solution. Then we'll record the pH value. Again we'll add 0.5 ml of NaOH. We'll start the solution. Now see, there is a sudden hike in pH value. It becomes 6.27. So we can understand the equivalence point is very near. So we'll record the 6.27 and then we'll again add 0.5 ml of NaOH and start the solution. See, there is a high increase value in the, see there is a hike in pH value, that is 10.86 now. So we'll record the pH value here. So after that also we have to add to make sure the complete neutralization of the reaction. And again we'll add 0.5 ml and we will start the solution and record the pH value. Here it is 11.43 and again we will add 0.5 ml and we will record the pH value accordingly. That is right now it is 11.65. Now here we can understand the this reading. Here we have recorded the pH values and we will right now go for the calculation. Now let us see the calculation. So here we have recorded the pH values against the volume of NaOH added, and we have to calculate then the delta pH values, delta V values and delta pH by delta V. Here delta pH value for this point, first point will be nil, delta V value will be nil and this also nil. Next point it will be 3.73 minus 3.09 and delta V will be 0.5 minus 0. So every time we have to calculate the change in the values. Here delta pH in the sense change in the pH values between successive 2 points, and delta V means change in the volume of NaOH added in between successive 2 points. Now here we can see that after calculation we get these values, delta pH values and delta V values, and by calculating delta pH by delta V values we have got this series. Now we have to plot this delta pH by delta V column with this volume of NaOH added. So by plotting these values we will be getting this kind of plot. Now according to the calculation, here I have plotted the delta pH by delta V values with the volume of NaOH added. See here we have got this maxima, and according to this the equivalence point is around 6.5 ml. So this 6.5 ml is the equivalence point. So at the 6.5 ml, now from the calculation we have plotted this delta pH by delta V versus volume of NaOH added. Here you can see that we have got a maxima at 6.5 ml. So this we can easily understand this. At this point the titration has reached its equivalence point. For the small division we have written the division, that is one small division of x-axis is 0.05 and one small division of y-axis is 0.05 also. So from the value of volume of NaOH added at the equivalence point we have to draw this pH versus volume of NaOH graph. Now here after plotting this graph where we have got 6.5 ml as equivalence point, we have to plot this graph, that is pH versus volume of NaOH added. So we have got this graph that is a kind of sigmoid curve we have got. Here you can see that at 6.5 ml the pH has been indicated as 10.98. Here you can see that at 6.5 ml the pH has been indicated as 10.8, and half of the neutralization at half equivalence point, that is at 3.25 ml, we can see the pH is 4.7. So here we can, this is how we can determine the pK of acetic acid. This pH will be the pK of acetic acid. This is nothing but the 4.7. So 4.7 is the pKa of acetic acid. We have to write here. This is how we need to determine the pKa of weak acid using pH metric method.